It's like that. That's how it is. It's like that. It's like that. Just like that. So, I have my brew and my bit of jungle, which is always fun. Probably can't hear that though. Perhaps if I put some tape on it. It's badly chopped up. So I'm rearranging it because it's actually funkier having the kicks and the snares from this break actually hitting on a bass note. It just gives the bass note a bit more wallop having a kick or a snare, as because this bass, it's a slow attack. It's definitely a lot funkier. I'm glad I've discovered this. I just discovered this within my own tune and about breaks and about jungle. Now I'm going to have to listen to jungle in a different way and see if this same sort of a pattern occurs. Alright, Pex. Got to do the salute. Should be a salute. Yeah, I'm good. Just nuts. How are you? I tried to go on earlier tonight and that was crazy idea. Just went wrong straight away. Yeah. The sidechain plugin, Evan. Oh, you'll have to remind me. I use DuckBuddy. Um, I use DuckBuddy at the moment. I can't remember. I extensively use DuckBuddy for ducking. I have sometimes used Soothe too. Wasn't working last time I was there. See, it doesn't. It's got a few bugs in it still. And whether that's down to Ableton or Max for Live, I don't know. He did fix, the developer did fix some of them, but still, sometimes I need to when I first load my computer, I sometimes need to load Ableton, close it down, restart it to get DuckBuddy to do a total recall in the way you'd want it and expect it to. And sometimes it doesn't do it, and you can tell when it's not done it. Sometimes I can't tell for hours that the ducking isn't either not being done at all or being done from the wrong channel. Sometimes it just chooses the wrong channel, and how I get it working is either restart Ableton or just reload the project, and sometimes that kicks. It's really weird. I don't know why it does that. But yeah, I've got like an older version of DuckBuddy. It's free, but he's the developer Slink. He's got his YouTube channel. He's got a version 2 out, which simplifies some of the things. And I think I'm going to get it because, like, I've gotten so much use out of DuckBuddy. I'm just gonna buy his version 2, and test it. And I think even more, once you've bought something as well, you have even more like weight when it comes to saying, "Hey, this isn't working. Can you fix it?" Like, it is, but it's so worth it, Evan. Yeah, it's so worth it because it doesn't. There's nothing in Ableton. There's nothing quite like the accuracy of it. Once it is working, it does a really good job. And the only other way to get that close, you could hand draw the automation, or what's the other one? Shaperbox, but that uses audio as a trigger, I think. I can't remember. I think they might have improved Shaperbox since, so Shaperbox might still be an option. It might be an option again for someone like me. But what I love about DuckBuddy as well, it'd be amazing if you can get it to fully work. Is it just fits it down here? In the effects thing, you can see where I've not got an instance of DuckBuddy on this project yet, but if you can see what it's doing without having to load up a VST window. It's not a big deal, that, but yeah, it's kind of more integrated into Ableton, which is good. So it still works. I can't remember how it fucked up. It probably forgot the settings. Oh, there was something I discovered about DuckBuddy, right? So there are 2 plugins, the VST plugins, that when their window is open, DuckBuddy doesn't refresh properly. So I figured that out. Maybe it was working, and it looked like the yellow dot, the trigger saying it's being triggered, wasn't flashing, and I was like, what the fuck, pulling my hair out. And it turns out there's like a Soothe 2 window open, or the other one was SizeCode Pro. I don't know why they cause conflicts. I think these seem to be conflicting with Max for Live in general, and things aren't updating. So that probably was it. What are you using, Pex? You on FL? Yeah, so once the crazy thing is once it's working, that instance of Ableton will now load any project properly with every single DuckBuddy will be wired up as it was. I still check though. So it's only when it's like you just need to run it and then reopen the project, reopen Ableton, reopen the project, and then it'll remember, and then every single project after that. So my computer, I put my computer into hibernation every night, so it very rarely gets restarted, my computer, proper full restart. Skippy, I'm good, how are you? I'm just doing this 140 jungle because I'm DJing next Friday. It sounds really close when you say it like that. It's like nearly 2 weeks away. When I look at it on the calendar, it looks very close. I'm on the 28th in Wrexham. So I've got a bunch of tunes. I'd say 2 tunes are definitely done. They've been submitted to our label. They're going to be released on Wob 40, the label. And it's called Wob 40. And then I've got these which are done enough. I could play them now and, but I wouldn't release them quite yet. They just need 1 or 2 more things doing. So that's 6 tunes, and 5. That one doesn't count. And then these ones I'd love to finish. 7. There's 7 tunes there, and there's a few problem ones which I can't move forward with. So I've got just over a week to actually finish these enough so I can play them on the night. Yo, Stylus. Cameron, what's that? Oh. Just need 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes per tune. Oh no, well I had to use Stylus. I don't know, like, how some people might be able to make music without this system. I needed this system because I wasn't putting out enough tunes and my quality wasn't improving fast enough. So I started using this method like 3 or 4 years ago, and it's changed everything. It's really good. I'd recommend it to try it to any producer, really. I mean, it's weird because if I see a producer way more advanced than me, or like, with a lot of success, I'd think they've got, and regularly releasing stuff. I wouldn't dream of suggesting it, but I would talk about it to see if they've got something similar. They must have something where they're like, start a tune. I mean, some people can just in one day start a tune, work on it, and finish it, and they could just do that, a different tune every day. But I can't work like that. I kind of cycle through multiple ones at a time, as many as possible. Really, is the ideal. So Stylus, yeah. So this is Mike Monday's Music Machine, based on Mike Monday's Music Machine, which is this idea of, so Splurge. It's called a Splurge. Check Mike Monday out. I keep getting better at explaining this though. So you do like a 10 minutes of making a track. You create a template with 5 tracks on it. Or 4 or 5, and you've got your drums on one, bass on another, and just instruments that you're quite likely to use. You don't have to be, you just need something as a to start with. Save that as a project, and then try and write a tune. Try and write as much as you can in 10 minutes. Load it up. Do 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Time yourself though. I forgot whether it's 10 or 20 minutes. Just call it 20. Because 10, I struggle to do it in like less than 20. Save it after 20 minutes and bounce it into audio. Whatever you've done, even if it's shit, just bounce it and then start another one. And just do that. You could do 3 in an hour. You could do, if you just do 2 in a day, you might end up getting a bit carried away and do like 2 in 2 hours. But you want to do it as quickly as possible. And then at the end of the week, you've got all these bounces, and don't listen to the bounces. As soon as you bounce it, don't listen to it for a week. You mustn't listen to it because you need time away from it so you can get a clear perspective a fresh perspective. Yeah, and after a week, you've got 14 tunes there, ready to go through them, listen to them, and you'll go, oh shit, I forgot I made that, and I forgot I came up with that, and wow, that one's pretty good. But most of it will be rubbish. What you're trying to do is create quantity, and in that you will create something. You'll create some gold in there that's that will inspire you to carry on with. So that's splurging. And also after each splurge, do a review. So you're asking what went well, and you're asking various questions about how you can improve for the next time you do a splurge, and try and improve. And then you can spend a few minutes improving the template a bit, and then keep going. And then you get to the discovery phase. So any tune that you've listened to after a week that sounds good, you then take it to the discover phase, where you're still playing, you're still in non-editing mode, you're still in like playing, trying things out, or like, and trying to find out what it wants to be. Playing around, because there might be something about it that might make it want to be there might be a sound in there that's just, you know, this should be a really good dubstep tune, like a deep dark dubstep tune or something, and you'll start throwing sounds in that work with it, and it will really turn into the thing. And then you're at draft, where whatever tunes made it from discover, you know, you then try and pad them out into an actual finished tune, and that's a draft. And then you'll have a bunch of drafts, and always have like 3 to 7 days between listening, always bounce. And then you go into done, where you're preparing it for release. And when it's in release, I guess you're just doing the last bits of mastering. And so that's it in a nutshell. Like, I listened to podcasts, Mike Monday, just Mike Monday podcast. Listen to all those, because if you like listening to podcasts, he's the only podcast I listen to. Like, I'd rarely listen to anything else. And that will give you a really good idea of what of all the sorts of things that you can do with a music machine. But yeah, it's really helped me. Just the splurging process. So I did this course. This is how I got into this. I think I got an offer. I got free access to this course. It's like 50 quid or something. It's probably free now, I don't know. On his website. And it's just a few videos explaining what to do and explaining what the music machine is, and he's setting you a challenge of, you know, make 2 tunes, or make 2 tunes in 20. Make as many as you want, you know, like, it's fucking nuts. So I've been doing that, and great success. So these 12 tunes here, just to show you how this, since October, I've created about 40 tunes. I started 40 tunes, and I've whittled it down to like 12 that are like worth finishing. And so far I've finished 2 for definite. They've gone for release now. And there's others at different stages, which these ones in draft here are proving quite hard to actually finish. And I don't know if I might put them in the sketchbook. That's what the sketchbook's for. You never delete anything. That's basically it. Like, but yeah, if you're interested in it, definitely check out his podcast or his website. Like, I've not really had much money to go on all of his courses, where he's got a bit of a community and a bit of one-to-one coaching as well. I've not really had money for that, but I'm happy to send people his way, like, because he's just like, one thing he says is that on YouTube tutorials there always tell you how to make bass sounds, how to do all this technical stuff, but not always. There's not many that actually try and solve the biggest problem for me, is like finishing tunes. Like, I think that's the hardest. It takes such a long time sometimes for me to do it, so I needed this system. Oh, so set it up. Just get Trello. I forgot what the company's called now. Alsatian or something. It's free. And you just put these columns in. There is like a board that Mike Monday shares. It's also on YouTube as well. Check out his YouTube. It is. Yeah. It means you can have several, like I've got all these on the go at the same time. There's like 20 there. And I just cycle through them. So this one I'm working on now, this happens. I do a different project every night. I just cycle through them. If nothing's going anywhere, if I've got things to do, I'll go into the project, do those specific things, and I'll make sure I only do those. And if think of anything else, maybe I'll do that. But if I stop being in the zone with it and stop coming up with ideas, I'll just save it, bounce it, and work on it another time. Because there's nothing worse than like trying to force yourself to carry on with something when there's just nothing left to inspire. And then just load up another project that needs working on at whatever stage. You could start a new splurge, or you could try and do one that's nearly done, just do a couple of little tweaks that it needs and stuff. So you just save the project straight into the columns. Yeah. So I don't know how I think Mike Monday, I'm assuming he'll probably do this, right? But one addition that I've kind of added to the way this works is every time I save a project, after working on it for, even if it's 5 minutes or 2 hours, I will write the version number and then just basically say what I've updated. So I've put another melody in, I've changed the kick snare pattern so it's all kicks, and just put a little description. I don't know if you've seen like how software is updated, but it's a bit like that, where they'll do a change log or release notes where it will tell you what's been changed in a new version of software. It's just basically that, just so I can keep track of it, because there's no way I can remember 20 tunes at once at any given time. It's not always that many, and all the things I've just recently done. I don't think humans have the brain capacity to do that. I can remember a lot of stuff, but I can't. I don't want to trust my memory and forget stuff. There's nothing worse than forgetting that you've already tried a different kick, and then you try again because you forgot, because you didn't write it down, and then you realise halfway through, an hour into it, that have I actually done this already? So yeah, 53 in progress. Interesting. See, look, here's my sketchbook, right? This isn't even all the tunes, but they're basically all the tunes I started since. Some go back a bit older. Oh no, wait a minute. Some are quite old. Some are really old there. They're not all in there, but sketchbook is where they kind of go if they're not working, if I'm not inspired, because there are definitely always ones that are more inspiring. They just go in the sketchbook, so you're not getting rid of them. You might one day go through a sketchbook to hear what you made like a year ago, and you might hear something magic that wasn't magic at the time. It is so interesting. And Mike Monday's like, he's studied this. He's a genius. Like on this subject. Like, yeah. And he also does his own projects using this system, which is really interesting. Like, he knows what he's doing. But yeah, I don't know if I'd love to pay for one of his courses and just get some idea, coach, just a one-to-one session. He has answered some of my emails, which is nice, asking me how I'm doing with it all. Anyway, yeah. So, and also he's a coach, and he says he has a coach as well, and it just opened my mind to the fact that, like, I never thought, I imagine coaches as fitness coaches, where it's just like, come on, you can lift more than that, come on. And I'm just like, I would never be into that. I would never be into like lifting weights and someone like standing there doing that, going, yeah, you can do it, or giving me advice on diet advice. But A music coach? Holy shit, how useful. If you're serious about like making amazing music, which I kind of always have been, but I thought I could do it on my own too much, way too much. So yeah. Anyway. Do you know when you have a lot of chopped up waves on Ableton, it goes really slow. Like the user interface goes really slow. I mean, I am running it at 4K resolution. I mean, I've got a new computer, so I could run it at 4K, and it's just caused nothing but problems. It's just like I bought a new monitor thinking my old computer could run Ableton at 4K, and it can't. It just can't. It adds so much latency onto the audio. It's insane. Like a screen. So I had to run it. I still ran it at 4K, but ran it with the delay, the lag, for a bit. Brother Baz? Yeah, not bad here. How are you? I'm getting ready for this gig on the 28th. Just finishing as much as I can of these tunes. How many? So two are getting released in April. On the Wob 40 label, we've got like a label. We are a collective, and we've all done two tunes each. It's going to be 10 tunes on an LP. Might even get pressed to vinyl as well. The first time for me. And there's 3 here which are done enough to play. I would be happy to play them, but there's a few like little things, only tiny things, like almost so subtle no one would notice. And then so that's 5 tunes that are ready to spin on the 28th. And then there's this jungle tune I'm working on, and then there's these weird ones. This jungle tune's nearly done. It says done there, but it's also draft. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's kind of 9 at the moment. I can't count these because there's big problems with these ones. I might not be able to finish them at all. Like the time, instead of spending time on these, I've already spent a lot of time on these. It's sometimes better to just start loads of new tracks because there'll be better stuff in there. So even though there are good things in these tracks, it's like pouring money down a drain with time instead of money. Like, it's still fun to do, but now that there is this kind of frustrating stage, I'm like, I should just leave them. Commercial bangers. No, well, I feel like I'm not against doing commercial bangers because I think one day it will happen, and the way it will happen is I will feel confident enough in my productions, which is kind of what's going on all the time. I'm always building my confidence, and then I'll just by chance, through friends, through people we go to gigs with and stuff, I'll meet a vocalist and she'll just sing a me ear or something, and it'll be like, and she'll be like, do you want to lay some down? Like, yeah, all right. And it'll be dead easy, you know. I won't have to like stress about, oh, it's a collab and I've got to arrange it, because that's why I've not done many collaborations. Yeah, and then once the track's got a vocal in it, you suddenly like eligible for like daytime radio play. not eligible, but do you know what I mean? Like, if instrumental stuff rarely gets played on the radio. I'm just thinking of Six Music, where it's like sort of an eclectic mix for over 18s. Not to say that Radio One isn't. I put Radio One the other day. It reminded me of Radio One. It's a lot louder and more powerful, like dance music. Yo, Tom. Where's that beep? I need to stop that beeping. One sec. But no, yeah, you're right, brother Baz. And it's nice for you to say that as well, because it is something that's always in my mind. Like I'd love to. Who wouldn't love to get like in the top 10 for something? It's just kind of not for what I'm creating at the moment. Jungle and hard dubstep with only a few vocal hits in. It's not going to happen, is it? But if I've got like vocalists who can twang their voice in a way that's like, you know, pop, then yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I think it'll happen one day. I hope so. I hope it does. I want a shot at the top 100 at least top 10. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that might be the journey for a producer, is just making stuff all the time for years and years and years and years, and eventually people gets on their radars, and other creative people are like, I want to work with that guy, and then they just kind of like arrange a meeting, and then from there you suddenly have like two brains. So yeah, and then after that happens, then it's like, well, suddenly another world opens up of like musicians, singers who are at like a higher level and have had more success. Like, oh, I want a bit of that Terrapastel beats. Be nice, wouldn't it? You know, living on a dream. That's what I'm doing. I don't have time for this. Capital Dance, Mr. Jam Style. Right, okay. Haven't had a break yet. Yeah, I think some breaks you have to kind of make them yourself. Like, I feel like the best break I've had so far is meeting the crew that I have now, that I'm putting an event on with next Friday in Wrexham. Tickets are £5. I did, before doing these events, we did like 11 months of drum and bass nights in Wrexham on a Thursday night, and Wrexham's quiet anyway. It's not a big city town, and it was on a Thursday night, so it was just like super quiet, and it's not a big student town. So, but we all had fun, and we all learned a lot, and we've been sharing ideas and just having a laugh together and stuff. And I think that's the biggest, like, best thing that's happened to me so far in music, where, I can't think of, I've self-released loads of stuff, and I had to, because I wanted to see what would happen. But being friends with some producers who live locally, even in a town that's quiet town for that kind of music, it's worth doing. So I met them at a festival. Bar work came up at a festival, and turned out they were from the same town as me, so we drove back together and stuff. But yeah, like, music festival, what a place to meet like-minded people. And that was, I mean, I consider it a break, even though I've not become famous, as I suppose that would be, or something goes super popular or gets a million. Yeah, what even is a break? I suppose it can mean lots of different things, can't it? Yeah, maybe that's a break, but I think I'm in the break now. Even though I've still not got a million streams, I'm not making barely any money from it, but I'm with the people who, if we're all going to help each other out, move forward. We already are. Like, it's great. I'd highly recommend. It's hard, because when I lived in Manchester, I couldn't. even though Manchester's like a place for that kind of thing. I I don't have that much confidence to just go up to random DJs who are like high powered, you know, like, can we do a collaboration? It's just like it. For me, that's so two very different energies. Even though they're probably a producer and a DJ like me, you know, they are because they've just come off the stage or about to go on, or even hours after. I'm just like a bit nervous, or have been when I was in Manchester. I was. So yeah, maybe it's not that easy to meet the right your people, but they are out there. I used to work alone. I used to like working alone, but it didn't get me anywhere. Wait, let me see this properly. Gonna end up being here so long you fall asleep. I finally found some NCs on the case making around shoot. Oh, cool. Thank you. Vibe. Those tunes that you keep putting out are up on TikTok. Yeah, I'm stealing some of those. There's that mad alien sounding one. It was great. I mean, you picture us like an alien as well, so it's like there's a theme here. Dance tracks will open and give you a platform. Yeah, it's interesting, that, isn't it? See, I've done some sort of IDM-y kind of stuff, but it's on SoundCloud. You can hear on Spotify, but it's not. Yeah, it's not really. I don't think it's what the kind of flavors you're talking about, where it's like got a vocal on it and stuff. If it never lands in the top of any list, at least it's great music. Yeah. You haven't had a break. Wait, now I'm thinking you mean you haven't had you've not had a break today. You're in work and burnout. Definitely take breaks. I mean, I've done it too many times. I've burned out so many times, and it's like, especially when there's a deadline. I burned out sort of quite a lot this last year, trying to do one release per month, right? I did 7 out of the 12 months. And I was stressing, and my own deadlines and no one else. My own releases, my own deadlines, everything was my own. Like, but I would put myself under so much pressure, and I would be late as well. So I just wanted to keep to the challenge, you know. Well, yeah, I learned a few things doing that. One of them was don't do one release per month unless you have those releases absolutely finished. You're never going to go back into those projects so that they're ready to drop. That's the only way. That's one big thing I learned from doing that. Discord, yeah, I'm on Discord. Terrapastel on Discord. You got people one blows up and a DJing all over the world, right? That's really interesting because I could do like a VIP of like any of my tracks and just kind of modify it. I don't know if that would work, but that's great. Great to know, Brother Baz. I've not heard the new Skrillex drop. Para, yeah, it was Para on it. Yeah, I think I wrote it down in my playlist because I've got some tune collecting to do. Before the end of this week, because I've got to actually like practice mixing them together. I don't really want to go in with a zero practice. Like, the more practice I have before sets, the better they go down. Believe it or not. Yeah. No, I always practice. But sometimes I feel like I don't do it enough because I'm just too busy producing with that spare time. Yeah, Terrapastel on Discord. I tried setting up like a Terrapastel server. It is there, but sharing it was... I couldn't figure it out. I know so many people on Discord and I'm like late to the game. I haven't heard the new Skrillex drop. We're not playing tunes, by the way, because I've really need to finish this jungle tune. But I will play the new Skrillex drop. because I do like Skrillex's the sound of the production. I don't know what it's called. 19 hours ago. Wait, my mouse is failing. From Skrillex, it's good. Para. D&B track by Para named T. But he makes dubstep too. Okay. I'm just going to type this in to, well, let me save that as well. I'm going to type this in because I might have a new producer to sort of look at. Right. It's not enough room on this desk. Person flying when you paused it. Looked like a person flying when you paused it. Don't know what that means. Sorry. Just gonna say that. They're like, it's not like an aiming break, but like, yeah, for high speed, chopped up, really chopped up. Now I'm not gonna talk too much, and I want to beat myself up too much. But you control yourself, because levels, you're not levels. You're not levels. Yeah. So clear up yourself, clear up what you got to clear up there, down your side. Yeah. Before you come to me. That sounds good. Very minimal. Is that like is that a bit in like Neuro? That kind of variety of D&B called Neuro. It's minimalist. Yes, it is. That's a good way of describing it, yeah. Complex simplicity. No. Because it's not easy to do this. It's not easy to make D&B like this. I've tried for years. So long. No one's drawn me out. I could just be overcomplicating it. Some people might just have what's that word? Talking about snitch. Bro, ask man about me. Some people, it might just come from their fingers more. Yeah, those percussion hits are like precise, aren't they? They're like sharp, but not tiring on the ears. But you control yourself. Because levels, you're not levels. You're not levels. Yeah? So clear up yourself, clear up what you got to clear up there, down your side, yeah? Before you come to me. Not levels. Yeah? So clear up yourself, clear up what you got to clear up there. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, like so many of my hi-hats and drums with high stuff in it is it's too harsh. I'm always trying to figure out a way of taming the harshness, but maybe I'm asking the wrong question. Maybe, what do I want to do? Like, what should the high end do? I think I might have answered this. So I listened to like loads of Sesko and listen to what the hi-hats are doing, especially in super stealth, because they do this kind of garage, and it reminded me of garage. Like my favorite stuff, my favorite garage music from like long ago was stuff that was like that tune, and it's kind of got this swing. There's like a few little swings and hi-hats, so and it's if you can listen to the hi-hats on their own and they make you move, then you've got good hi-hats. And when they do make you move, you can get rid of all the harshness. Like maybe you don't need any harshness, you just need a few little just, I don't know what pattern will do it, but so I think maybe figured it out, some of it. Yeah, just turn them down a bit. See, it sounds, yeah. See, I don't know. I'm guessing with turning things down a bit is probably the first way you should start. Like, if it sounds too harsh, the first thing you should do, yeah, is turn the level down, and then try. You know, the EQ is there, but maybe the sound choice is more important as well than all of it. And then you can EQ out some of the lower end of the hi-hats and stuff, but I don't know how my ends up sounding so harsh. I think the other sounds conflict with it as well. Like that super stealth tune by Sesko doesn't have much else there to conflict with any hi-hats, so they can just be nice and soft and hit it, even though there's still high frequency content there. Should we load it up? Wait, let's actually look at this in the scope.
Yeah, before you come to me.
So it's hard to tell on this scope.
Cause I'm around some real.
Because you can see, wait. Yeah, because you can see in this tune. So the spectrograph and the spectrogram, they can give you some clues, but I think not much about the high end, especially because they're all every transient is hitting the top of this band, which is where you want to be kind of inside this band. So it's still loud enough, but it's just not harsh. And like how good sample choice, perhaps some EQing as well, I don't know. And doing something with the transients. So many ways of looking at it, but yeah, just turn them down a bit is solid advice. You ever heard Last Jungle from Subfocus? I think I have. I'll listen to this one last one and then I've got to carry on. Last Jungle. Nice, 3.5 minutes. Sorry, I didn't give enough time, did I? I don't know why I should give it more time. that would sound really modern in like an old school jungle set where everything's at 155. Just sounds like the drums are right up front. Dear. That is, see, 180, I can't play at 180. I refuse to play at 180, it's too fast. I'd rather slow it down than speed it up. And then when you slow, then you can speed it up. You know, if you want to increase the tempo and it's already at 172. Not all modern tunes work at 172 though. Sometimes it just does not feel right, but some do. One of those tracks that needs to be heard from, yeah, no, it is. It sounds like it is, yeah. Right, anyway, I have to like get on with this. This needs to be finished. Right, let's see what we've got so far. I changed the bass and now I've had to change the drum patterns. So I went to all this effort. And I've decided there was a fundamental thing that exists in jungle which I didn't realise. Well, maybe not in all jungle. Definitely not in all jungle, but I've decided to have a kick and a snare on every single time this bass plays. Pretty much every single time, because before it wasn't, and it didn't sound as good. I mean, there isn't one there. Right, still isn't one there. That's weird. Oh. Almost every beat. It can go off it sometimes. Kick. Let's just try one there. That's like, it feels like juggling, because I've realised that, you know, if you do little chops with the other break that's there, it sounds even better, but it's like twice as much chopping to do. I've jungle it enabled in TikTok. Yeah, thanks, I'll be staying. Thank you, Walker. I love jungle. Right? I'll be making dubstep. This while making everything at 140, so jungle is allowed. 140 jungle is allowed. But yeah, jungle. The way, how is jungle so good? Especially the like Amen jungle. Like, I just wanted to try a different break other than Amen for once. Cheers. Thank you for following. See, now I've brought this section up to date with the drum patterns. Now this needs doing as well. It sounds out of date now. Should have just copy and paste the whole lot. Just duplicate it. It would save me a lot of time. It did. Because it's running quite slow at the moment. It's very jerky and not as responsive. Just turn overview off. I don't think that will make any difference. I think the problem is having this many WAVs on the screen. This many chopped up. I usually do drum programming from breaks with MIDI, with a drum rack. And why I'm not doing that this time. It's a different process. I think it's kind of visual this way. I won't say it's more fun. Maybe it is more fun. But also you can just edit, you can reverse stuff. You can reverse stuff anyway, but this swings around about. See, at the start of this project, I kind of fucked up because I didn't align up all of this gap at the start, so I've had to delay everything by that amount. Can I do this? I can't do that, can I? I have to do it. Too many anyway. No, I'm going to play this at 140. Yeah, I'm going to play this on Friday. At this speed, because I love this challenge of only making stuff at 140. I mean, if this sped up pitch wise, it might sound too. The sub might sound too high. I suppose I could modify it. But I wouldn't do it with time stretch speed up. That would ruin all the transients. I just don't like that sound. I mean, it might still sound good, but I just don't like to do it. I don't like pitch pitch turned on turntables either. You know, where it does any kind of keeping the pitch the same or tuning. I just like it how it was on vinyl, where you're getting the exact waveform that's on the vinyl. Because as soon as you change pitch of stuff, change the speed but keep the pitch, you get a phasing in the low end, so you don't get perfect sine waves, and your bass isn't going to be as clear as it could be in a club. But I can tell. Like, maybe I've heard it a lot of times, but yeah, I'm a purist like that. Like, there was one guy's set, he used Ableton to do it, and he didn't know what I just said about. He kept the pitches in Ableton, he mixed in Ableton, DJ'd, and changed the BPM so that everything matches and everything sounds locked in. But there was no sub. I said, did you have the low cut off on one of those tracks? He said, no. But yeah, there was just no sub on one of his tunes. The time stretch algorithm has its limits, you know. Shintia, thank you. High pitch. It's funny, isn't it, how it still sounds like jungle at this speed. It's like a trick. It just sounds slower, doesn't it? But it kind of got all the elements of a sort of a jungle track. How about some mad effects here, like we're mute and slow. Oh wait, why is it on transient mode? Nuts. Don't know what to make of that. Space out a bit more. I guess I'll come back to that bit. Probably needs like a reverb on it. Yes, it is. It's going to stay at 140, yeah. Because if I speed it up, it's going to cause problems. And it's made at the speed. I don't know, I've heard of producers making stuff at, like... I swear, when I had turntables, some 45 RPM tunes played at 33 sounded like they were made at 33, purposely. Like they calculated like the clarity at 33. It's amazing. This motivates me. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, some of my favourite producers there, Square Pusher and Aphex. Bonanza. The jungle vocal Bonanza. Bonanza. Not sure if I know which one that is. I'm going to put just a really quick effect on here. How am I going to... It'd be best if I use hybrid reverb. I think I've had this problem before. Hybrid, it's always in sound design for some reason. These are my own folders, I've just not organised them properly. Sounds like a bell. Just that. Just one little tiny effect in there. It's the first one I've done so far as well. I think that needs to be turned on. I forgot what that does. Overdub, yeah. But I'm not going to be in MIDI or audio. Just going to record this automation in. That's it. Don't know if it'll be worth it or not. Sounds too big still. Show new automation in lane. Let's just halve that. Send. And I'll listen to it again in a bit and line it up because it still doesn't sound it's fully in the rhythm, same rhythm. Lined up. Oscar, thanks for following. Thanks. Turn off automation. I did have a button for this, but like one button, a macro for it, and I forgot what it is. It's on this list. No, I can't see it because it's not lit well enough. Horizontal land. Oh, that does sound good. Yeah, I'll be there soon, mate. Yeah, I need. Yeah, I mean, I should be there already. I mean, my body has its limits, but yeah, have a good one, Vibe. Thanks for chilling, mate. See you soon. Keep posting those mint tunes. or like a really fast computer, and this way of drum editing is still really slow. What is that? Processors haven't improved much in the past few years. They're not as. There's a chart that proves this as well. That they've not moved as fast as they used to, because there's limitations with memory, memory speed. But you know, Jungle used to be made on samplers with a screen that big, so I'm not complaining. I can't overclock this one. It's AMD, but it's a what do you call it? Mini PC. So it's all it's a mobile chip. That's probably why it's slow, because it's a fucking mobile chip. It's a laptop chip, but instead of being in a laptop, it's in just a little box with an HDMI and stuff. So a lot cheaper than a laptop. So much cheaper for like the same power. But yeah, obviously the desktop equivalent of this processor and the Intel, because there's an Intel equivalent to this one, are like, I don't know. I could have done it for roughly the same price as, maybe a bit more. Yeah, I could have overclocked that, but it would take up this much space then, wouldn't it? Be quite a big case. And there's not that much room in this room that I've got here. So kind of I'm sure there would be space for a desktop, but not this time. Next time I buy a PC, yeah, I mean, you know, you can get like $2,000 processors, can't you? I'd like to see how fast you can get the clock going up to. Just buy a refrigeration unit that's used to cool liquid nitrogen and attach that up to it and just run it at like 5 gigahertz. Frank Ocean song. Alright. That Frank Ocean. I don't know that Frank Ocean song. I've heard lots of music and don't necessarily know who it's by, so maybe that's how I thought it was a legit pad chord sequence, chord progression, because maybe I did hear Frank Ocean and I didn't even know it. Yeah, have you overclocked yours? I used to overclock mine, yeah. You used to get, you can get like a 5%, 10%, can't you? Like, without much, with a decent fan. Nikes. Hello from Birmingham. Hello from Wrexham. How are you doing? Oh, thanks. Long story short. Long story short, yeah. Frank Ocean song Nikes. Okay. Right. I've got an old i7 3700 running at 4.9 on water. An old, but it's running at 4.9 bloody gigahertz. Oh my god. I don't even know what this one's running at that I'm on. What's it running at now? Let's go to here and do 88. I've forgotten what it is now. It's not an Audi. It's I don't even know the name of my computer. Mini PC. Geekom, that's it. Geekom A8. And it's running at... Sorry, this is not music making. We can listen to Frank Ocean. Well, wow, look how fast and slow that's going. Frank Ocean. Nice. Something is hogging the process. Usually streaming does it. Oh shit. No way. That's the exact same chord, isn't it? What even is that chord? Wait, let's have a look. At the start, I think. Oh no. That. Similar, isn't it? That chord. Right, so that is... I like this exercise. Oh, shit, I've lost my place. B flat, E flat, G. I think it's an F. It's in... Oh no, I don't know idea what it is. There's a mnemonic to actually, based on the black notes, but I still don't know. It's hard to reverse engineer a card. It's hard for me to do it. Uncle Duvet. Thanks for following. It's a good name. It's a very comforting name, Uncle Duvet. 4.9 is crazy. It's not just me who thinks that's really fucking fast. What did we get on here? We got that's shit, isn't it? It doesn't actually tell you. It's this processor. Speed. 4 HS. 4 gigahertz can boost to 5.2. Alright, okay, so it does do up to 5, I think, if it's not hot. But if it's hot, it goes back down to 4 because it's in a very small case, and that fan has its limits. And yeah, it does throttle in return for because it's a laptop processor in it, so it throttles in return for being in a small package. Yeah, but yeah, if you're doing 4.7, 4.9 on water at max. Is it noisy? This thing, the fan's running now all the time because I'm doing two live streams, one to YouTube, one to TikTok. So it's like it just likes to munch through. Whatever you call it, processor cycles. There's a better word. i7 Wrexham VSC patch. It sounds gassy. It's actually a D50, the classic. This thing, 30th anniversary. I don't know how old this is. I probably don't use the D50 enough because it's Roland's sounds are usually really, really usable and are in so many like records from history for a reason, because they do know how to make a good sound. So why bother with anything else when you can just use tried and tested stuff, right? So I do try and use the Roland. Anything Roland. Fucking the Jupiter 8 is so amazing. It really is. But I would still, I mean, to have a hardware version, it's like 20-30 grand. You can get you can get replicas and stuff, but the original. But the reason why I wouldn't have a 20 grand synth in my studio is because I can't justify, I can't play the keyboard competently enough to show it off. So I'm better off having one virtualized inside the computer, even though it might. The one I've got sounds really, really good. Like the actual Roland one, the Roland Cloud, Jupiter 8 sounds really good. It sounds so rich. You hit 5, couldn't get it to stable. Long story short, thanks for following. Saw on a website that Frank has a Roland keyboard. I don't know who Frank is, but Frank's wise man to have a rolling keyboard. Sorry, I didn't listen to more of that Frank Ocean tune. They're good beats, aren't they? I'll get copyrighted. My voice is so smooth. Thanks, Gel. Gel BT. Yeah, I kind of like have to speak quietly because, I always have done. That's probably why I'm so used to speaking at this. People always are saying, what? People can't hear me. But I've got a mic in front of me, so everyone can hear me. But yeah, I feel like I have to be quiet as well because there's 2 babies upstairs and they always wake up. Trying not to wake them up. But thank you. Harry. Yeah. I can't do it. I can't use, I'm not saying it's, like, I can't use, like, generators, even though they give really good results and it is a good way of doing it. Like, because everything that I create is kind of like that. Like, I don't know what works. It's almost kind of random, and then I just pick the best bits. Like I do a 10-minute recording of just any ideas that come out, or any sequences, or just playing, or just even semi-random stuff, and then it all sounds shit apart from like hit this bit and this bit. And using a generator, like an Amen generator, you can get similar results. You are the creator. The curator, I mean. So you could just have the computer generate random sequences of amens and just cut the bits out that you like, and then it's yours. Then it's you chose those bits. Well, no, I like doing all of this, even though it takes fucking ages. Let's try a different rhythm there as well. Let's mix it up a bit now. Just zoom in a bit. I really like that bit there. Can I use it elsewhere instead? Yeah. It's on swamps, like over processing. Oh, what the pad. That. Should go away, that in oops, the next section. It kind of leads into the next section, so I don't know what to do there. I could maybe filter it. That's weird. What have I done there? That's what I've done. Yeah, less of that. This bit, it's so much work to do all over again there. I know that I did copy that second section and I made some edits and I can't remember where they were. So yeah, I'm probably just going to copy it and then see where that gets me. Could be making a mistake deleting that, but let's go get all this, get rid of that. This was slowing it down, slowing down my sequencer. Paste. Oops. Let's just copy up to this bit. So we've got one bit left at the end. Cheers. Yeah, I found it hard to do like something that's not just a laser noise every time. It's got like a tape emulation on it to make it wobble a bit. So, it's always good when a jungle tune comes back in, isn't it? Yeah. I see. I've done a 32-beat pattern because when I went to Home of the Drum, has anyone been to Home of the Drum, by the way, that festival? I went in the jungle rooms there, in the jungle room, in the D&B room. That came out weird. The jungle rooms. Like, there's more than one. No. There was one D&B in jungle room. Bo Yan, thanks for following. Scratches an itch, yeah. Beyond Buns, Hina Polka. You alright? Scratching some. Wait. Where is it gone? Where's the squeak? I can't see the squeak. Oh yeah. effect. Did you hear it? I forgot about that. That does work well, doesn't it? I forgot that was coming up. That's only the first bit I've done with an effect. So there's like a lot more. I don't want to overdo it on the effects, but. Thank you. Cheers, DG Bo, for following. Just a little bit, yeah. Beginning. I don't know whether to keep this beginning. Cheers, Leo. How you doing? Cheers, Carlos. Mandongos. Mandongo. Should filter out there. Definitely. Don't blame your tools. What door are you on? Oh, see, I think Cubase was kind of. It had more tools for like cutting audio. I can't remember now. There are definitely more tools that in the sequences window when you're in Cubase. There's like loads of like splicing tools and stretchy tools and stuff. But I'm so used to Ableton now that this might not be the quickest way of doing what I'm doing. I'm just dragging and dropping and trimming and reversing. There's not much. I got the break right from the start though. Like I fucked it up a few times and realised if I copy and paste this to the whole tune, it's gonna make work for me later on. I did fuck up because look, the transients aren't in line. Some of them, wait, this one is weirdly. So I don't know what happened, but it's too late to go back. It still sounds alright though. And brakes aren't always on quantized. Well, they're not, are they? That's why they sound so good, because they're like got a swing to them and stuff. But it was, I remember doing about 4 different ones and going back to the start and just getting a break right. But I still managed to leave these gaps. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Beauty and imperfection. Logic. See, I'm not using any hotkeys at the moment doing this. But I do... Wait, no, control... Yeah, sorry, I'm doing control on... Is it control? Oh no, you just press R to reverse. One of the things about Ableton that struck me as strange that they had just one dedicated key to reverse. I'm sure you can assign one in other doors, but yeah, the only other things I've done is, yeah, and obviously if you want a time stretch or change the pitch of something, that's like right there. Oh look, it says +2. That's weird. So all these pink ones are +2.35. Oh yeah, so filter. We're going to add a filter now and automate it. There isn't one already. Effortless splicing. Yeah, I mean, they used to use just like hardware samplers, and that's just how, like hardware samplers and MIDI or trackers even. Yeah. Chop those samples up really carefully and put them in a sequence. A little bit by ear, a bit more. I'm definitely using my ears, but like I can tell which one's a kick now. I've looked at this enough times. They're kicks, are they? Yeah, those are both kicks. There's 2 different shapes of kicks and 2 different snares, and then there's these like ghost hits. Oops. Anyway, filter. Where am I doing it from? Go from here. Amiga, I haven't tried it. I've seen it. I think it'd be good to use it as kind of an effect. I mean, to get drums like with a 12-bit crunch, I think it would give that effect in my. But yeah, no, this is the way I work now with the audio. this in. I'm gonna draw it in. So turn that on for a minute. Oops. Or maybe I will play it in. Yeah, this is cool. You right click and simplify. I remember Cubase was way better for automation than Ableton for quite a while, and I think Ableton have caught up. I think FL Studio looks like, I think the automation, the visual, the way it looks on FL Studio, it looks amazing. I think it looks so good that, and I think in the user interface, it is, you'd think that, you know, if you were just purely technical about solving engineering problems and making music, the interface wouldn't matter, but it does. The look of an interface can be like inspiring, you know. And we're just on Ableton, we're just stuck with the same red. It's red on every channel. The automation, you can change it so it's all a different color, but it's all the same color, and I don't like that. I think FL Studio have done it where whatever the track color is, the automation lines are like that color. That might make some harder to see. I don't know. Maybe there's a way. Maybe they've just got the right color palettes and made it work. Tabs, thanks for following. Sounds like a heartbeat there. So. Quite like how automation is its own track on Fruity too, yeah. Yeah, I think Cubase as well had its like separate automation. Like rather than these kind of drop down things. I mean, I assume Ableton would have done this to make things more compact and controllable in a way that I've still not learned yet, maybe. I mean, I know I can just press like A, there's the automation, press A and it's gone. And I don't do that. Why don't I do that? And some weird things happens when, like, say if you like that and you're like, you want to change the automation and you have to like change the size of the track, but if you create dedicated lanes you don't need to. I don't know, it feels a bit clunky sometimes, but it gets the job done. Do you know what? There's no other music activity that hurts more. Well, I think playing a piano, well, playing any physical instrument, actually, yeah. Actually, playing a physical instrument would hurt your hands, don't hurt your hands. I think dragging waveforms and chopping waveforms, really, with a mouse, not like there's a, I suppose like you say, you could automate it, but and not automate it, but use a generator to generate random sequences and cherry pick the best bits. Might save you a bit of mouse hand repetitive strain injury. So I'm going to end this string sooner as well, so it doesn't, so you can hear the filter go out. So from here. So that's when you know you don't need a drum roll for a drop. Just need one thing to stop, another thing to start. Needs to be like that. Oh, that will fuck up the automation if I do that. I've seen that. Actually, no, it worked. So other effects now that I can use on... Oh, it's only just gone midnight. I've probably got like... I should start winding up now and be in bed for 1. That's the wise thing to do. So I'm not dead tomorrow. Wait, so other effects. I've done a bit of reverb. I could do like a reverb send as well, where it's just like one hit. How about silences? Shit, I'm editing. Why am I editing? Oh. I'm editing the wrong bit. I've already decided I want to keep this section. What am I doing? Luckily I made a copy. So I need to Control X, you know what, before I do this, I'm just going to save it. Because that's a good opportunity to save it. So Control X and then drag this one back, because that's a copy. And this one's a variation. Right. Right, done. Mad. Thank you. Let's go. Let's just hear this drop again. I think that pad can cut off a bit earlier. Changed one of the settings. I can't remember what it was. It was the bass. Anyway, sorry. This is one of the babies is crying, and I don't think she's going to stop. I've left this in a bad position because I want to know if that's at 3% or 1% or no percent. How am I going to find out? Oh yeah, by going on this one. Serum, LFO, warp, 1%. See, it's got that whoop. If it goes up to 3%, it's still alright. Control Alt S. What I'm going to do, because it will drive me mad if I don't know what percentage that was on for sure. I can find out for sure. Current project, it was version 13, and the track is called Womp. Let's drag Womp in there. This is what's cool. I love how you can do this. You can go back to an old project, load up a track. No, it was on 3%. Interesting. So I'm going to put it back up to 3. Okay. She's crying. I'm going to have to go. Shit. Okay, I'm going to bounce it from the beginning. Right. Everyone, I appreciate you all. Thank you all for coming on, saying wonderful things, chatting. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. I'm going to release this one. Right, I've got to go. Can you hear that?